Hi everyone, I've been working on some Ghast storage, and the start of that is obviously to work out how things interact with the Ghast. My end product is going to be a lot more technical, but we start off simple, and I've discovered a way of sort of hypnotizing the Ghast in place. Now, as you can see, this is very simple. There's nothing really holding it in place, but it seems to want to be there until I get a snowball in my hand. So it can move. If you were to walk away from it and come back, it might free itself. However, for temporarily stopping the Ghast, it's almost like hypnotizing it. We can fit it in this gap, and a sticky piston apparently cannot push a Ghast. Oh, but what it can do instead is jam itself inside the Ghast, which seems to confuse it, up against this fence. And that's all that's happening here. There's just a little bit of redstone coming from the lever to the sticky piston, and the fence on the other side, 4 blocks away, and it just seems to hypnotize the Ghast. Now, this second version, I want to open that to make it easier next time. This second version that I've got over here, sticky pistons can't push the Ghast, but blocks attached to sticky pistons can. And so this one works in the opposite way by pushing the Ghast onto this one fence that you saw down there. And obviously with the top, it holds it down. That doesn't feel necessary, in all honesty, unless you want to hold it there long term. But look at that. It's got one fence in it, and it'll happily stay there, not moving, until I either, you know, if you leave it too long, it eventually gets distracted. You can see it's trying to turn a little bit. Or if I get a snowball and give it a chance to wiggle about, it'll eventually figure out how to move. And this third design I was working on doesn't seem to work quite as well, but it's sort of a vertical version. First I tried to use a fence post, and I might still work on this, but for now what it seems to do is push the Ghast into these 3 blocks at the top here, and then obviously same thing, I can turn that off and the Ghast is now hypnotized. So none of these are permanent storage solutions. You couldn't leave your Ghast there, go to say the nether or the end, go on a long journey, come back, and it'll still be there. It'll be floating around. But if you need a quick way of hypnotizing your Ghast while you get in and out of the chest at the bottom, you know, make one of these things 8 blocks up. This one simply pushes a piston upwards. So we've got the piston there, pushes the block, and as you can see, it's no longer hypnotized, because all it takes is the slightest thing to distract it, and off it goes. But if you wanted to, just simply stop it for a minute while you unloaded it. I mean, this could be a button, I think. It just seems to hypnotize it. But my favorite one is definitely the first one. It's so simple, so few blocks, and to just be able to land, you know, in an area that you're going back and forth, just hold it there in place, and there's nothing stopping it from leaving, but it just, like I say, it's hypnotized. It just doesn't seem to want to go anywhere for quite a while, until you pull out a snowball, and then eventually it frees itself. Or if you leave it and it gets distracted. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you those because I'm messing about trying to discover what I can about the Happy Ghast parking. I'm going to be using it in my world to transport some of the more exotic animals back to my main base, which is why I'm interested in finding a good way of making it park while I unload the animals into you know, their pens and whatever else. So stay tuned, and please subscribe if you're interested in seeing any more complicated designs in the future. But for now, I just thought some people might be interested in these simple ones. Alright, have a good day. Take care. Love you, bye.